Yeah, so a bit about the band. So how do I say this? We're a fairly new band in the eyes of the public, but we've actually been around since like October 2020.
Right.
Because it's during the lockdowns and all that, we couldn't really get moving. We couldn't really do anything until after the lockdowns ended. So we didn't actually start doing anything until maybe about 2022.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
2022 we started recording Unstill and Famine. And then last year we started recording Corrosion and our other single. So it's been a slow process just because of all the hoops that we had to jump through.
Yeah.
We kept getting lineup changes too because like the instability of just because we tried to do something during lockdowns and COVID and all that. The instability of it made it very hard for us to progress and actually do anything. So we kept having members come and go, and it was just very hard. But I'm glad. I think we've gotten some very decent people that we get along with, all great musicians, and I think that now that we've pushed out a few singles, things are starting to actually move for us. So hopefully we can kind of continue that.
That'll do.
Beautiful, guys. Thanks for joining us tonight. Who else have we got here?
TOMYE, I play drums. I put up a post on a Melbourne music forum thing saying like I was looking for certain members to be in a certain band, and yeah, I've met Ash, and from there we just met other people, and now we're here. So
fantastic. That'll do us, guys. We got to know you a little bit better, but the real reason we are here is the band This Point Forward are premiering your new music video for the song Corrosion by Heavy on Tuesday, July 16th at 5 p.m. Like, how are you feeling about it, guys? It's been a bit of work to get here.
Oh God. Yeah, I'm excited. I think this is the first time the band has ever gotten any sort of decent coverage. So thanks to Tom for that, because Tom was the one who obviously reached out and organized all of this. And thank you for giving us a chance as well to actually premiere us on Heavy Magazine.
Pleasure.
Yeah, it's a big honor. Like, we've seen Heavy Magazine for years, and we've always like been like, oh, maybe one day we'll do something with that, like, so it's good.
Sure, hopefully we can help you guys. But tell us a bit more about the song, I guess, from a musical point of view and what you were going for with it.
Actually, take this one. You're the key writer,
Yeah. So what we were trying to do initially, as a band, is we were trying to bring back post-hardcore as a genre, because we really enjoy, collectively as a band, we really enjoy the old school sound of post-hardcore. Not too old school, but I'm talking about back in the 2010s. That's when I really got into post-hardcore, and we really wanted to bring back that sound because we found that a lot of post-hardcore bands have started moving away from that sort of sound.
Yeah.
And we want to bring that back, and we are not at all opposed to newer elements of music and the evolution of post-hardcore. We just we missed that nostalgia, of that sound, and we kind of wanted to bring that back along with the new elements, and just really, for me, it was more of like, if I can't find that sort of music, I'm gonna make that sort of music.
That's nice.
Yeah,
and I've been into post-hardcore for longer than that. Actually, I've been sort of like dabbling in it since like 2004, and yeah, like I started off with like bands like The Used, and then the Getaway Plan, like Australian, obviously, but with their Whole Conversation EP, which I love, and like even earlier than that, like Behind Crimson Eyes, even as well, a big inspiration for us. And when I was in my old band, like they were so kind to us and like roadied for us and stuff at like Punk Fest and things like that. So yeah, it's been a good time, and I'm glad to. I wouldn't say we're like maybe the only band doing post-hardcore at the moment. I'm sure there's plenty out there that are, but I mean, like, not so much directed at the sound that we miss and love from those days gone by, So
yeah,
cool.
that's what we with Famine and Unstill, and then with Corrosion, obviously it's a slightly heavier song than our first two singles, and I think that the reason for that is because over the years I've kind of my taste in heavy music have sort of expanded, and instead of just post-hardcore, I started listening to metalcore and all the other core genres that are out there. And I like to dabble in a bit of metalcore as well because I just really enjoy that heaviness as well. That post-hardcore doesn't really sort of, it's not the same amount of heavy in my opinion as metalcore. So, but like it's sort of an amalgamation. So Corrosion is an amalgamation of what I love about post-hardcore and what I love about metalcore, and sort of just putting the two together and still get that melodic sound, that melodic post-hardcore sound with the riffs that are present in our previous two singles.
Sweet. Now, you did mention this, and it was in the press release as well, that Corrosion is a heavier song than the other two, so it's the heaviest song to date. So how are you describing heavy? Like, is it in terms of content? Is it in terms of breakdowns? Like, how are we describing heavy here?
Yeah, just the amount of riffs that's in it. I would say there's a bit more chugging going on in that, a bit more screams. It's probably our most scream heavy song, I would say.
Yeah, most double kicker films as well, like, but not solid double kickers. It's just like random, like sporadic ones here and there. So yeah, I wouldn't say random, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, and I think production-wise as well. Production-wise, we've really stepped up for Corrosion because we decided to go with someone who is well known for producing heavy music in our current industry. I think you know Chris Lalick from Wind Waker.
Yep.
Yeah, so he's very, very popular because he does such a good job at producing these heavy tracks, and he made the song sound. I have to credit him because honestly, it would not sound the way it sounds if it wasn't for his production. So a lot of heaviness also comes from his production as well.
Yeah, very cool. Now, we're actually premiering the film clip, and I know you guys have put a lot of time into this and getting it right. So how does the film clip relate to the song?
Ooh, well, what we liked about Corrosion is so Tom, actually I'm going to credit Tom for this because he actually started designing sort of cover art for the song.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk more about this, Tom?
Yeah, so I don't know, I was just coming up with different ideas and stuff to like work on for the cover art, and I had many ideas, and I kind of wanted to go with like a horror sort of vibe just because we feel that this song maybe not its lyrical content or whatever isn't like super related to horror or anything like that, but at the same time the song has a very like sort of dark, gritty feeling, so I wanted to go with that sort of design. And from there on, we kind of just decided that we'd go for like a heavy, sort of like heavy, dark, and horror vibe tone for the video clip, for the like the promotion, all that sort of stuff would be like centered around a horror vibe. So when we came to do the music video, we were very limited in what we could do with the music video because of budget constraints. We just spent so much money on the actual songs themselves and everything like that. And our band isn't the most well off money wise. We're pretty we're pushing it like sometimes, but
as we all are, brother.
Yeah, and like, yeah, of course, I'm sure every band wrestles with that too, but yeah, we seem to wrestle with it a lot more. I don't know, it feels like I'm wrestling a giant bear. I'm Alex the Terrible. I'm sort of prevail of us all of a sudden. But yeah, like, so we went with the horror vibe, and we like did this like sort of cool idea for a music video. We got a really cool like abandoned warehouse and all that, and it's like covered in graffiti. It's dirty, it's dingy, it's dusty, and dark as well. And we wanted a very dark, cold, bluish sort of tone to the music video too, which helps add to the horror vibe. And while Ash hasn't seen the fully finished product yet, she will after this. Hopefully she approves, because if not, I'm working on it again. So but yeah, I mean, what do you think about that? Is that a good explanation, Ash?
Yeah, fantastic. I think that once I saw Tom's vision for the whole horror element, I really got on board. I'm like, yeah, that kind of works with the song, because the song itself is about the breakdown of relationships, like whatever relationship it is, friendship, a love relationship. I think that there's a really, really sad but very, very possible chance of any relationship just breaking down just like that. Like someone you thought you've known forever, someone that you fully trust, and then they either betray your trust, or you realize in the end that they're not who you thought they were.
Yeah.
I think all of us have had to relate to that too in our lives. Like I've had a lot of people in my life that I thought were my best mates and stuff, and now we're not mates. Like, this is the way life goes, I think. So
unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, because it's just basically talking about how relationships break down and corrode, and it's a really sad reality. But I'm sure that everyone can relate to it because we've all had to go through that at some point.
From this point forward.
Yeah. So having that theme of corrosion and just the horror element, and the breakdown of things, and I think that everything just kind of went well together in terms of the vibe.
Yeah, sweet. Now, we mentioned the previous singles, Famine and Unstill. So together you've got 3 songs out now. So are they standalone singles or are they part of a bigger album or EP picture?
Do you want me to answer this? I don't know.
Go on, Tom. You explain this, Tom.
Yeah, just because I kind of had a vision of that. What we're going to do is going to release all the songs separately as singles, like and then at the end give people the option to purchase it all in one EP. But we're going to add on a bonus 2 tracks or maybe something like that, just to make it more worth people's while if they've already heard all the songs and stuff. We want people to get something new out of it when we do launch that as a full package. We will be doing that eventually. We will be releasing it as a full release, but at the moment it's just going to be singles up until we think that the EP is ready, sort of thing. So
beautiful, guys.
Sorry, sorry, go on. Like I didn't mean to.
Off you go.
Oh no, I was just going to add to that. So the reason why we're releasing all these singles at the moment is because we are a fairly unknown band. Like we're not really well known. So I think the best way to get attention and to capture sort of an audience is to release these songs as singles, and then once we've got a bit of a following, to then, all right, here are these singles that we're gonna present to all of you who already know us. Like this is all of it in one package for you. So that's what we were planning on doing with that.
And the other thing that we've noticed is now is like if we can get every song as a single pretty much off the EP, that everyone's going to know every song back to front off that EP, rather than a lot of songs getting lost in the shuffle with the other songs, or songs that don't grab people at first might grab them later, being singles, rather than them having to go back to the CD and put it in or whatever, or pull it up on their iTunes or whatever and listen to it again. And I think it's just like we want the attention on every song, not just songs to get lost. So
yeah, that's smart thinking, guys. Very smart thinking.
It's all Tom. He's the genius when it comes to the marketing stuff. I'm actually horrible at that. I like
someone's got to be good at it, eh?
Yeah, I love writing and I love recording and performing, but when it comes to that sort of that side of the band, I think I leave that to Tom.
Yeah, I love it.
Very good, guys. All right, well, thanks very much for your time. It's been a pleasure getting to know you. The single Corrosion from this point forward premieres via Heavy Tuesday, July 16th at 5 p.m. I can't comment on the video because I haven't seen it, but the songs are cracking, guys. So congratulations and best of luck with it.
Oh, yeah, I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm really honored that you like it.